Bluetooth in my ear, I don't need a ticket. Trying to find me a freak who really trying to kick it. I'm a Michael Vick chick, dog, out good. I'm on Manchester rolling through Inglewood. Car cleans, rim big on blink. Little chick on the side saying do the damn thing. About 10 o'clock, saw some shit about to pop. Ain't talking police, but a bitch, I'm a cop. Fitted hat on with a mean little strut. $20 in my pocket, but I don't give a fuck. Niggas in the party lighting up the street. Oh, what we doing after this? Rome hit Rebo. What's going on, y'all, man? We back here with another episode of West of the 110. I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. I hope your week is starting off great so far. But like I say, this is where we don't sugarcoat the truth. Tonight's topic is called Under Fire because this country feels like it's burning from the inside out. We've got trans teens winning big in California, and folks are losing their minds about it. There was a straight up terror attack in Colorado. Yes, a political act of violence right here at home. And a child's recital in Mobile turned into a crime scene. We've got to talk about what's all this means. Is this just chaos, or is there a deeper message in all these flashpoints? So let's get into it. No filters, no fear. What's going on, Russ, man? How you doing down there in Houston, man?
Oh, I'm all right, man. Can't complain. Happy to be here.
I hear that, man. I hear that's a lot of stuff going on, man. Like I said, a lot of stuff that's been happening in California. A lot of people seeing the news. It's nothing new. It's not like it's something coming to you from us. This is something we seen ourselves and something we're going to have our opinion on. And California has been going kind of crazy over what's been going on. But other than that, before we get into that, man, what's the word down there in Houston, man? Anything new down there? Oh, Russ must have dropped that phone. But as I was saying, yeah, I got you. Yeah, no, I said before we get into these topics and discussion, man, just saying, like, hey, what's new down there in Texas, man? Oh, wait, but you know what, man? Like I said, we normally would let people know what's going on, but like I say, man, if people didn't know, Taurus, Mr. Russ is an attorney down there in Houston. So if you ever need some legal advice, consultations, nothing's free in this world, but they have fair prices. So you go to Stringfellow Taylor Association. But y'all check this out real quick.
You're at a red light. You get an unexpected ass kicking. Road rage at its best. You need legal advice and action. Call us now, Stringfellow Taylor Associates, 888-777-LEGAL.
Y'all see that number, man. So if y'all need some legal advice in Texas, reach out to them. You know what I mean? Like, hey, check out the social medias, because as everybody needs some legal advice, you may need some advice on things in the future, preparation, some kind of legal notation or something like that. Hey, reach out to them. Shit, you never know. But things happen where you may need some kind of guidance. And not only from legal aspects, but also just from a reality standpoint. But as I was saying, here is a very strong topic, of today in California. Inclusion versus fairness. Are school sports becoming the new battleground for identity politics? A lot of people may ask that question after you've seen what's going on today, or the day before, or the day before that. A lot of people in California are in outrage, and a lot of people are for what went on. Me personally, I'm just here to share the news for people who didn't know. So how do we support all kids without creating resentment or division is the question. That's a good question for some people to ask. How do I say this? A lot of people weren't even raised in an atmosphere where they had both parents, or even a strong parent. And let's be real, you had some single fathers who did raise children on their own also, along with single mothers. But that's not the case here. Again, let me ask this again, Russ, since I got you back. Um, with the California topic today, with everybody seeing on the news, the trans teen athlete in California says it inclusion versus fairness. Are school sports becoming a new battleground for identity politics? And how do we support all kids without creating resentment or division?
Okay. I mean, I'm aware of what happened. I mean, but specifically in that situation, I mean, I just don't think that trans athletes should compete in the opposite gender sport. So a boy should not be competing with girls, and girls should not be competing with boys, vice versa. It's just based on biology. It's not gonna
Yeah,
be the same. You know what I mean? The
yeah,
boy's gonna be stronger, faster.
yeah.
So I mean, it's really just unfair, and it really kind of corrupts the whole integrity of the female sport.
And
Yeah, I
again,
mean,
this
I
is
understand the
nothing.
inclusion thing, but
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
no, I was just about to say I understand the inclusion thing, but shit, maybe they need to start a trans league.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was mentioned before. I'm not sure from what politician, but that was something that was brought up. I want to say under the Biden administration, maybe having a separate division for trans athletes. Um, and I mean, me personally, I don't know how some people feel about that. I don't know if some people would go for that, but honestly, like I say, I just want to tell people it's nothing, no hatred towards people who may be of the trans community, homosexual community. It's just saying, like, if you have a daughter that's naturally born a daughter, genetically she doesn't have the testosterone that somebody naturally born as a man, and that's just fact.
Right,
You know,
very true.
that's just that's just a fact. It's not like somebody trying to bash somebody. And don't get me wrong, I've seen a lot of women kick men's ass, and I'm talking about, like, not saying women can't do that. Yeah, you have strong women. You have women that's doing a lot of stuff that some men can't do right now. You know what I'm saying? That's not the battleground. But it's that's where the borderline crosses. Because some people think it's hatred towards people who are of that community when it's not. But
Hmm.
alongside of that, not saying that's the only thing going on in California, but you also have other things going on. There's also a lot of hatred going on towards the trans community. Matter of fact, we get a lot of our opinions and a lot of our knowledge from some local news stations, mainstream, because we're on the streets. But like KTLA 5, Fox LA News, they come with a lot of good tips. Like, we got a good tip right here for you, from one of our brother father stations out here that do their thing. Y'all check this out.
Horrifying screams coming from inside this longtime small business in the Westlake district. Its owner, 61-year-old Sabrina De La Pena, has owned her convenience store for the last 30 years. For the very first time, she was robbed and attacked by a man she says came in to buy a wallet. She says he began flirting with her and became irate when she asked him to leave.
He pushed me to the floor, and we got a little fight on the floor, and then he was beating me very bad.
Luckily, De La Pena got her hands on a bat as a way to fend off her attacker. The man eventually ran.
Oh man.
Now, see, it's a lot of crazy things going on, a lot of hatred in this world. Like I say, violence is never the answer to anybody. I don't care if you don't agree with their sexuality. That's not the right thing to do. But like you say, in the media, with this going on, you have a lot of things being attacked at this community. So as I just want to say, hey man, if you don't get along with it, mind your business. Basically, leave these people alone who want to live their life how they want to live their life, because I don't see them coming over here messing with straight people. So that's just wild. What you think about that video, Russ?
Oh man. That's pretty wild video there.
Yeah, that's some
Oh,
wild shit, man. That's
yeah.
some straight wild stuff, man. But in other news, we'll get off this, man. I don't know if y'all heard about in Mobile, Alabama. In Mobile, Alabama, they had a children's recital. You know, it was crazy. I don't. Did you hear about that? In the
Uh-uh.
news,
No, I've heard about it.
they had a children's recital, man. And matter of fact, look, let me show you a clip from this, man.
Downtown Mobile, just before 7 p.m., Mobile Police Chief William Jackson has confirmed 2 people were shot during a dance recital. Now, one person has been taken to the hospital and another was shot in the ankle. But right now, both of their conditions are unknown. A witness we spoke with says it is a shame what families had to go through here at the theater tonight. And Chief Jackson also has a message.
This is a child's dance recital. This is completely unacceptable. But once again, as in last night as well, was domestic related. This too will have some domestic relations in it as well. And it's just so unfortunate that people want to resort to gunfire instead of conflict resolution. And to bring this to a child's dance recital is despicable.
What's the world coming to, man? Like you know, a lot of people talk about gun laws in America, and you know, I know it's an amendment. It's our right to own guns, even though in California we got to go through a whole bunch of shit to legally own one. What you think about that, Russ?
I mean, what happened?
It was a children's recital at like some kind of theater, and somebody came in there just spraying.
Some random person? Could they say something about like some type of domestic involvement? Like, so that makes me think it's some people fighting. Some parents might be up there having some type of divorce dispute or something.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. They didn't go into detail, but just in general, like, why show up to the children's recital opening fire?
I mean, that's a very heated, I guess, time in people's life. Divorce, it raises some heated emotions between these parties. And unfortunately, sometimes that shit just boils over. And that looks like what might have happened here.
Now, let me ask you this question, Russ, from a legal standpoint. Somebody in that situation, not saying it's right at all, but if somebody was to pull some BS like that, I'm pretty sure they're gonna apprehend the suspect. Now he's in court. Can he use some kind of plea to say that it was he was caught up in like passion of the moment or something?
Well, temporary insanity.
Yeah.
A heat of passion. Oh, I mean, it would be a heat of a passion. Oh, excuse me. It wouldn't be temporary insanity. It'd be a heat of a passion. Yeah, it's possible, depending on the circumstances. Not just simply if we were in divorce. It would have to be something that he would have to just found out and not had time to cool off about. So it couldn't be, just the fact that they're in a divorce. Because that defense usually applies to situations where, like, if a husband walks in and he catches his wife cheating or something, and then he murders them, then now that's in the heat of passion with adequate provocation is what they call it. And he has not had a cooling off period. Now, if you get the cooling off period, then at that point it's murder.
Well, thank you for clearing that up. What's up, Mr. Charles? I see Mr. Charles is up in comment and look like he had a little moonshine. Say these women will will bring you to that effing point. Poor kids.
It's not gonna get off either. No, another thing. Yeah, that's not gonna get you off. It'll just probably reduce the charge. If it's a murder charge, it'll reduce it to manslaughter.
So it's a chance so that means he'll have a release date.
Shit, hell, with a murder charge, he can have a release date depending on the state.
Yeah, I was finna say, depending on the state, that's down south. Cause watching First 48, you watch some of them shows, man. I be like, damn, man, these dudes said, yeah, he didn't got. Oh, he confessed to doing this, that, and that, and say he did knock down 3 or 4 people. Then you see he confessed to the murders, and he will be spending 15 years to life. And I'm like, 15 years to life. I said, if that was in California, he'd be doing like 300 years.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's not quite like that here.
Well, y'all got it made down there down south, man. And like I say, man, to anybody listening, man, check out West of the 110 podcast on Facebook. Check us out YouTube and Twitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all want to be interviewed, y'all got something to say, man. Like, hey, man, everybody got something to say to the world. Shoot us a message, man. We can set up some kind of interview, man. Like, hey, everybody got a voice that needs to be heard. I just had to say that. But real quick, man, shout out to my boy, Mr. Brandon Black, man. He got some shit coming up, man. Y'all check him out real quick. Hey, Russ, we're going to take a little 30-second little commercial real quick and be right back.
Who?
A road don't require your hands.
Oh.
I was forced to do it.
That's how you hurt your knee.
We made
man,
a decision where we had to fall on our knees.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my boy Brandon Black, man. He doing his thing, man. Y'all go check him out, man. A lot of people always look for something to do on the weekends or on certain dates and figure out, man, got nothing to do. Something to check out, man. I done been to a show, man. It's a good outing. You know what I'm saying? If you're single, you want to take a date out, take a lady out, go ahead, take her out, Sunset Boulevard, whatever, Hollywood area. Summertime is nice and hot. It ain't hot like down south, like y'all and down there, Russ. We ain't got that humidity and them big ass pigeon mosquitoes, so it's nice weather out here.
Man, you don't know what you're missing. You don't know what you're missing, man.
And it's funny, speaking of that again, man, I steady watch the news, man. Every time I see that, man, and it's always something, I got my cable where I can watch news in every state. So I check out the news down there sometime and I'll be like, damn, man, they steady talking about the STD rate raising in Houston. A lot of people coming down to Houston. Everybody talking about Houston. You look on social media, people riding around with videos talking about, oh, my first time in Houston. And I'll be like, damn, man. Like, damn, man, people really like flocking down there in Houston. I'm talking about you got people coming from LA, Frisco, you know what I'm saying, New York, like what's going on in Houston right now?
Shit, I don't have any idea why this has suddenly become the tourist destination. Shit, I can't even call it. I was kind of shocked myself when I first found this out. That people are coming down here to actually visit Houston. My first discovery of this was during spring break. And I saw a lot of people who were from out of town just here. I was like, damn, but I don't know why, man. I can't even really answer that.
Well,
say the club scene.
Women, if I'm mistaken. The club
shit, I don't know about free.
Said the women free.
Look. Now, they are here, but I doubt that they are free.
Oh, man. Hey, Mr. Charles, man, don't forget, man. Like, you got to send us a message, man. We got to get you on the show one day, especially you say you're a veteran, man. We respect veterans. We love to hear what you got to say live. That's if you want to be on air. I know some people don't want to do that, so. But we appreciate you commenting and stuff like that and always showing support. Yeah, man. But other than that, man, tomorrow NBA Finals, OKC, Indiana, man. Nobody ever thought they would have seen Oklahoma City and OKC against each other in the finals. I can't say OKC never been there.
Oklahoma and Indiana.
Yeah, I'm taking Indiana.
Well, I know the NBA bad about that.
No, they not. I mean, I seen something on social media that was sort of deep, man. They said that Caitlin Clark, she's hurt right now for the Indiana Fever, and the WNBA season just started. So she was the buzz of WNBA. So they need some light around Indiana. So the Pacers are in the finals right now. That's just some of them conspiracy theorists online. But I'm like, hey, you never know nowadays. Who knows, man?
Yeah.
But I say Indiana in 7.
Hey, I have no idea how that's gonna go.
No disrespect to SGA. None of them cats down there in OKC. I love Oklahoma, the state as a whole. They got a great team, and if they win, I hope they win. They got a good young team. It's good for the NBA. The star on OKC is a melanated Canadian guy, so that's big for the NBA. Shout out to them. Shout out to my Celtics. I hope Tatum gets better. Shout out to the Houston Texans. We'll be in the Super Bowl this year at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. I don't know who the Texans are playing right now, but you know we'll sort that out in the Blessed to Be a Texan fan page. It's gonna be a good one. I say Texans and Texans is some underdog right now. We ain't no underdog no more.
Yo, Texans are underdogs. Yeah.
Texas ain't no underdog, man. Shout out to man. Come on, man. You got one of the best quarterbacks in the league. You got lockdown, the locksmith and Lassiter. You got the new Sting. The WWF Sting has retired. The new Sting is Derek Stingley for the Houston Texans. You got Will Anderson, man. That dude, man. Him, Hunter. All those guys, man. Like that. I can't wait for the season to start, man. Shout out to the Houston Texans, man. Shout out to all them, man. CJ Stroud, man. All y'all dudes. Shout out for liking my stuff on social media. Some of you Texan fans, man. I see y'all. But other than that, though, man, what's so crazy, man? I wonder how can some of these states continue to act how they act going against federal law. Some of the laws that Donald Trump put in place. Like for one, like we talked about earlier, like I think Trump banned like a lot of the trans athletes performing in certain sports. Like, how can a state like California go against that and continue to let that happen? Is that even legal?
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of times they let it go, just like marijuana on a federal level. It's still illegal, but you let states exercise their own rights.
Yeah.
So that's about. It sounds like it falls in the same vein.
Well, that's just something that I know a lot of people is wondering about. Like, and it's kind of crazy because a lot of people don't speak up about things like this. And like I say, just because you have an opinion on certain things, don't mean it's hatred. That's what a lot of people tend to forget. Like, especially on this show. I mean, some people may hear certain things. Man, we ain't coming from a place of hate. Man, it's all love. You know what I'm saying? A lot. Like, that's why we reach out to the random people. Like, let us hear what you got to say, because everybody got something to say. A lot of people talk a lot of shit. What I call them break room talkers. A lot of people be in the break room at work talking so much shit amongst each other. You got a president in every break room. That talk shit like he could be the president. But if you give him or her a position to say what they have to say, they don't even want to say shit.
Well,
A lot of
not
people know what you got a
everybody.
president of every break room. You got a Well, I mean, and that's the problems. I'm gonna tell you like this: some people will never make it in life because of their timidness. A lot of people are timid, and they won't snap out of that, and they won't make it in life. You know what I'm saying? You have right now, you got some people that may be in their 60s that won't walk into a room full of 30, 40 people that they don't know and say, "Excuse me," and ask a question. They'd be too scared to do that.
Mhm.
Like some people don't even realize that shit, man. Like real talk. But it is what it is, man. And let me see, Mr. Charles. Hey, Mr. Charles must have some moonshine again. Like I say, what he say? My step granddaughter got her ass beat best or beat by a boy girl? I'm assuming, Mr. Charles, you're talking about.
Oh man,
Wait, my step
tell me how your
granddaughter
unit
got
feel
her ass beat.
by a boy, girl.
Damn.
You
Oh,
say is a trans
so
athlete.
okay. So I'm assuming your granddaughter was fighting with somebody who was homosexual and and got her ass beat. I wonder how you feel about that. I mean, how would any man feel about that has daughters? That your daughter come home and say, "Daddy, I lost a fight. What was you and the girl fighting about? Well, me and Jacob was fighting about it. You and Jacob, like how would you feel about that? Like as a parent, like it ain't nothing about the sexuality. Just a parent. Like how would you feel about that?
The same way you would feel about it in an athletic setting. It's not fair. Shit.
Well, we seen that on a national level in the Olympics. I think the lady from Argentina that was boxing and she fought the Middle Eastern lady, or I guess now that they said that it's actually a man. So she fought a man in the ring. Remember, she took that punch, and after that, a right hook or right straight or some shit. She was like, went to one knee. It was like this is not right. She felt the power. Like, damn, this ain't right. Like, how
Yeah,
can
yeah, I remember that.
and that was a straight right, man. Shit, that right could have put some men down.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Like
like
I
I
say,
said,
it's biology, man. It's still a man. Shit. They try to deny it and say it's not an unfair advantage, but there's no way you can't tell me it's not an unfair advantage.
well, yeah. And well, I mean, see, like I say, man, let me see. I don't want to say nothing to offend anybody, but just saying that to say this is like, um, a lot of people are hypocrites, even in the political world, because some people say that they're not for this and they don't believe in this, and then they turn around and promote this. And it's like people from the outside looking in is like, how can you tell us one thing, then get on national TV and do something else? Like, say for instance, like here in California, for one, like Gavin Newsom, our governor here, he was for support of basically everybody that comes to California, legal or illegal. But as of recently, he pulled away from support of medical for illegal immigrants in California. And a lot of people said, why? You were the biggest supporter of it. Now all of a sudden you're going against it, allegedly. Um, so it's like, why now? Is it because you plan on running for a president?
Mhm. I mean, it might
You
be
know?
some political motivation behind his decision, to change direction. I mean, most of the time it is politically motivated, so I wouldn't be surprised. It's politics, man.
Yeah.
I keep telling you, the people ain't there for their own interest. I mean, or to better the community. They there to keep themselves in power and continue to further their own interests, whatever it may be.
Yeah, well, we moved on, Mr. Charles. Well, he said people having love with boy girls like it's right. Hey, well, hey, I mean, you must be referring to the few episodes ago where there some celebrities was saying that it's okay to do it because they're women now. Hey, whatever floats your boat.
It's okay to do what?
Um, some celebrities have made statements that said, if a man is transitioned into a woman, it's okay to have
Mm-hmm.
sex with them because they're women now, you
That's
know?
bullshit.
So I'm just assuming that's what Mr. Charles was referring to. I mean, like I said, and that's just me saying, whatever floats your boat. Hey, if that's what shit, hey, if that's your cup of tea, drink it, shit. Um, but like I
It's
say,
not a woman.
um, I don't know, man. I want to tell people this though, just because you see your whole neighborhood doing something don't mean it's right. Don't mean you have to do it. You might be the one person doing the right thing and get rewarded for it. Just remember that. Um, but on the other note, man, like I was saying with the politics with Mr. Newsom, man, it's not even just here in California, man. I was looking at a lot of stuff down there in Texas too, man. Looking at the numbers down at the border from I want to say a year ago, the numbers are down drastically. I think they were experiencing thousands of people surging at the border per day. And I think now, like somewhere in the Arizona borders, down to like Arizona, California borders, is something like to 50 to 100,
Hmm.
crossing a day. It's like, so from the political side, I say maybe a lot of people are getting into that for their benefit, not meaning they really care about it, but they getting into it for their benefit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And let me show you this clip real quick.
That's right, yeah. This essentially forces local police to work with the feds, and it's something we could see at other sanctuary cities across the country.
We have a warrant for your arrest.
The exclusive Fox images from an LA jail highlighting a major shakeup to well-known sanctuary immigration policies across California and LA. Is this a sanctuary city still?
No. It is not a sanctuary.
Newly sworn in Southern California U.S. Attorney Bill Asaley drew up Operation Guardian Angel.
We have agents working around the clock. As soon as someone is booked into county jail, we're able to access.
This is something that a lot of people need to know, especially a lot of us. We have friends, family, relatives who are of, it ain't even just the Hispanic community, but people from other countries here. And yes, some of these motherfuckers here are illegal. Some people know they got a relative here from somewhere that's ain't supposed to be here. So just letting you know, if you're in California, it was sanctuary where you go to jail. They didn't work with the immigration. Now they do. So that's something to think about. You out here committing these crimes, thinking I'm gonna go sit up in the county for 8 months and I'm gonna be cool. Nah, you see, they just turned the first person over to customs immigration. So that's something to think about coming into Olympics here in California, 2028. They are about to crack down. They're not taking that bullshit no more. That petty crime shit. They're not dealing with it. I'm gonna be real too to some, to the black and Hispanics, like that gangbang shit they ain't dealing with. Like it's getting old, man. Like it's getting old. That shit been going on for over 50 some years.
Yeah, it's played out, man. I think they done had their run on it.
Like for real.
Shit.
Like some people have been living in drama so long that if everything would have changed for the good, where yeah, they would wake up and hear no helicopters, no siren, smell no gun smoke in LA. Because believe it or not, man, in LA, in some areas, you don't smell nothing but cocaine smoke in the air because it's so much drugs being smoked and weed and cars doing donuts. There's so much toxins in the air. If you were to wake up and everything was to be like you living in Greenland or Iceland, where nice fresh air, these cats will probably die. They're so used to drama.
Yeah, there'll be a change for the usual scenery.
I mean, but
They've become accustomed to the drama.
and some people need it. That's just
Yeah,
like a
it's like an
person with an
addiction.
addiction. Yeah, with an addiction.
Yep.
They need it. Hell, some man, like real talk. I know somebody listening right now, know somebody in their family or somebody on their block. If you live or grew up in the hood, that the moment that they stopped smoking rock cocaine is when they died.
Really.
And that's
Not the
real.
moment they stop smoking, they die. Really.
Well, I don't mean the exact moment, but for real, they done went clean for 6, 7, 8 months. Then they decide, you know what, man, I got control of it. Let me get one hit and that one blast and take them up out of there.
Yeah.
You hear it all the time. Some of these people don't even realize. I don't care, if you smoke a rock once a year. If you smoke it once a year or once a week, you still a crackhead. and you need to leave that shit alone. Because you don't know what you're smoking nowadays. People experimenting in drugs. If that's your choice, do your thing. Hey, I'm not encouraging, but if you make the decision as an adult to do it, that's you. But leave that shit alone. You know, um, don't fault the companies for producing certain things like alcohol and cigarettes. They producing it.
don't
They're not
don't fault
telling
the
you to
crack
buy it.
dealer for making the crack.
Same thing. I mean, hey, I go back.
Oh,
Hey, ain't nobody forcing nobody, and I get so tired of hearing black people say that shit, and I hear Hispanics say that shit too. Oh man, I talk to more Hispanics than I talk to black people in the street, and you always hear them talk that shit. And a lot of people say, "Wow, they see me. Why you always talking to them dirty motherfuckers, them homeless bums?" I said because these are the people you want to hear from. You know what I'm saying? Like what I want to talk to somebody balling for.
well,
And the shit they tell me is like, oh man, the white man keep putting this shit in my. I said, man, I don't give a shit if he producing it, if he telling you to come get it. No, you making the decision to come get it yourself. Okay? Well, what up, Don? What's the word, man?
And what's up, my brother? I fucking just now got my brain working on me. I was pigging out.
Oh
Sorry about
man,
that.
it's all good, man. Shit, every now and then, see, we call him Vegan Don, man. He said he don't do nothing but communion juice and vegetables.
oh
That's the
man.
truth. That's the truth. What's the topic, my brother?
Man, like I said, man, we under fire here in California. Like we spoke about it earlier. Um, we talked. Well, I mentioned about the athlete here in California. The 16-year-old high school athlete, the trans athlete who just won the 3 events. A lot of people
Oh
were
my
in an
shit.
uproar about that. And a lot of
There
people didn't
should
know
have
there
been.
was a little scuffle afterwards.
There's a little what?
It was a little
Scuffle.
from what they were saying.
Scuffle?
Yeah, from personal videos, not from the news. Personal videos on
Yeah.
social media said that there was a scuffle afterwards, and some people was being interviewed, and you had a lot of people said they wasn't for it. They had daughters there. Was like, my daughter had to
Yeah.
compete. What you think
Yeah.
about that?
Against a man. Against a man. I think it's bullshit. My personal view. I mean, come on, man. You're gonna put a man against a woman in a sport. That sounds right? No, no. And don't think most people don't believe that is right. Most people know it's wrong. It's wrong. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what if you put a man, what if you put a woman in a man's sport? How ridiculous does that sound? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Put a woman in a man's sport. I mean, yeah, put a woman in a man's sport. How much of a disadvantage would she be in? And I don't care
Well,
what sport it is.
you got a lot of women that want to compete in men's sports, like Clarissa Shields, the GWOAT, the GWOAT, greatest woman of all time, as she proclaims herself to be in boxing. She says she wants to fight a male.
Well, teach her a lesson. Long as she said sign a waiver, long as she sign a waiver, I think they should let her. Sign that waiver. So as soon as you get that first hi-yow, you're gonna know that you're in a different league. I mean, come on, man. That's just like putting like those women that be in women's football. That's like putting them on the NFL. You asking them to get destroyed. Come on, their
Wouldn't that
ball
be interesting?
density is different than a man's.
Well, Well, hey, Russ said, don't say anything about lingerie football because it's very relaxing to watch.
Hey,
Hey,
that's all women. That's all
hey,
women.
I've never said nothing about lingerie football. I've never said nothing negative about lingerie football. I think it's quite entertaining.
Yeah, those are some
But,
real athletes out there.
but
See,
you
see,
know, when you start talking about putting women in man games, is I wouldn't recommend it.
no,
Yeah,
no, you
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
recommend it.
recommend certain NFL players being in the game right now.
Now, hey,
Start with
now, hey, why you said that, man? Before you jump into the next subject, real quick, man. Like I say, uh, like the physicalness of that. Any woman that feels she's abused, especially in the Texas area, and you feel like you need an attorney, y'all reach out to Stringfellow Taylor and Associations LLC. That's Stringfellow Esquire right here. Y'all call that number if y'all need us.
You're in traffic, you're at a red light, you get an unexpected ass kicking, road rage at its best. You need legal advice and action. Call us now, Stringfellow Taylor and Associations, 888-777-LEGAL.
Oh man.
that was a funny video. That was a
Yeah.
funny video. Man,
Hey, but
your
hey, real
homeboy was
talk, and you
smart.
never know. Hey, and I'm surprised, and I commend the driver because if that would have been anybody else, that dude whooping my ass outside the car probably would have had a slug in him.
At the minimum, or ran over,
Yeah.
or ran over.
You know,
So he
hey,
was a
hey,
good guy.
hey, Russ, just off of a scenario, off that clip. That guy was from that video, he was experiencing road rage. The man in the red shirt, I guess the guy in front was driving too slow. Just from the looks of the video, he got up and approached that car and he started punching the guy. So if
Yeah.
this guy in the car who was getting punched was to get an attorney in Texas to say and show you that video, man, this man walked up and attacked me because I was driving slow. What would be the outcome in that?
I mean, on the civil aspect, because I mean, it looks like he would have an assault charge criminally, but the other driver could sue him for assault and battery, whatever injury he's incurred because of his behavior. But that's on the civil side. But like how much you gonna get for it? It depends on the medical bills, pretty much. Unless you got, I mean, it's not like that's a celebrity.
Yeah.
Shit, he probably don't have any money. So you be lucky to get your medical bills back.
Yeah.
What'd you say? You just gonna be leaking for a little bit, huh?
Oh, shit. Look, hope you got insurance.
Hey, Don, what you would have did, man? Somebody run up in your car and start throwing hands up in your rod.
Shoot him.
No, more than likely, here you better take your keys out before you get out. I know that. Because you ain't gonna have your car if you leave your keys in there.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you better think about. And then when you get out, oh well, it is what it is. Self defense.
Hey, Mr. Charles said he would have been a deceased nigga.
I mean, it depends on who's driving. I mean, I think the average person would say, you know what, my hand got tangled, the wheel got turned, he doing all this stuff, and the car went a certain way, and bloom bloom. So
Yeah.
he just like he got to a guy that wasn't a violent person.
Yeah, he was very fortunate. Very fortunate. Because I
Exactly.
think I'm not sure if that was a Texas incident. If it was, I'm very surprised no one was killed there.
Exactly.
So I mean,
Exactly.
guns are just too prevalent here for that. You better think twice before you run up on a random car.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
pretty much better assume there's a gun in the car here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Exactly.
Russ. Hey, let me ask you this question, man. This is just something that I thought about, the other day when I was watching, not watching, I was driving. I actually seen this with my own eyes, man. Some dude in a car having some kind of intercourse with a lady, if you know what I mean, while he was driving. Now,
Well,
like
What the hell?
if you were to get pulled over in Texas by the police, they catch you doing that. Is that a ticket, a crime, or something like that?
yeah, that's a ticket.
You got to be in decent exposure at some or something, huh?
Right,
How's
yeah.
that a decent exposure? You in your car with this person?
Still
And that
public.
ass,
You on a
and
public,
that ass all up in the air.
you on a public highway for one, and on a public highway you're gonna have what they call a decreased expectation of privacy. So it's
What
not
they
you
gonna
don't
ticket
have
you
any,
for?
huh?
What they gonna ticket you for? You dropping sperm? You dropping sperm you dropping sperm on the motherfucking on the highway?
I mean, some maybe possible reckless driving.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, come on. We know, what's his name was doing that and he crashed and got paralyzed, Mr. Pendergrass.
Yeah.
So
Well, that was
it's not,
alleged. That was alleged. They didn't say he did that.
no, I'm not saying, you know what, you're right. It was
Yeah,
alleged.
something happened. Shit, really?
Something happened. Yeah, like you said, something happened. He wasn't concentrating on the road. I can tell you that. It wasn't
Well,
another vehicle involved in it.
well,
So,
the motherfucker, he did what he had to do, man. Musically, you know what I'm saying? Just like some of the people nowadays that are under a lot of hot water, but people still play their music. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. TP was a bad boy, man. I would
Yeah,
never take his music credentials away from him. He was a bad boy. He sold out every night, 10,000 women a night. So he was
yeah,
a bad boy.
yeah.
Free R. Kelly music. Shit. Free R. Kelly's music.
R. Kelly. I heard R. Kelly catching hell.
I mean, they all say that shit, but I mean, who knows, man? Tell you the truth, who knows, man? Cause real talk, who knows? Just like on something more recent, I know a lot of people seen the news that I think Larry Hoover was pardoned by Trump or something like that from his federal
Right.
charges or something.
Yeah. And you NBA
Uh,
young boy too.
NBA young boy,
Was it
um, you know, um,
was it true though? Was it true, country?
yeah, but I think NBA
Yeah,
young
it's
boy
true.
he clear to go, but I think Larry Hoover still faces some state charges or something like that.
Right. He cleared on the federal charges, but he still got the state charges.
Yeah, so it's up to the state. They could be assholes, but then again, me personally, I'm thinking it's more in his favor because a lot of the things that he was hit with back in the day, that was over 40 years ago. So you had laws change, a lot of stuff. I mean, well, I know California, a lot of stuff are in favor for a lot of people now, like some marijuana related laws, stuff like that. So depends on what the state laws have changed and over the years. So I mean, and honestly, they need to let that man out, man. Like, come on, man. Like if you could read up and look online on the way he was being treated in there, like how they housed him, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, let that man out.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You got some people who need to be in there who ain't in there. Shit, to tell you the truth.
yeah, yeah. That's real talk.
But
That's real talk.
yeah, like real talk. Like I mean, like I say, that's one thing about our prison systems. Like I say, everybody who know the Constitution, when you go to to prison, you don't really have no rights. You basically a slave now. Um,
Basically, yeah, that's the way it is in the
and
Constitution. It's like slavery.
it is. A lot of people don't realize that. So that's why when I trip out, when I hear a lot of people, especially in California, protesting on how a lot of people get treated in prison, you must not know the Constitution because
Exactly.
like I say, like you got to really know the Constitution, and a lot of these people are being shown some grievance, and a lot of these local politicians are being lenient with it, and lenient with some of them. I'm siding with them, and
Oh yeah,
abolishing some of these
they
laws.
know the
But
rules. I mean, that's why Trump
yeah,
said that he's gonna any American citizens that break the law, he said he's gonna lock them up, and illegals they ain't going back to their country. He said he's gonna lock them up, and it's gonna be free labor for the big companies.
yeah,
Free labor, so that's their goal. Particularly
yeah,
Trump.
yeah,
I mean, 'cause, we know he's all about taking money from people. If you can get free
yeah,
labor, you get one of those companies that institute free labor in the prison system like they've been doing, then they'll be if they're a billionaire, they'll become a trillionaire. If they're a trillionaire, well, they'll just keep getting paid. But they all gonna get paid when he start instituting that, and I think he
yeah.
will.
Well, Russ, I don't know how the labor works down there in the Texas penal system, but I know a lot of the California has a lot of prisons that some people don't even know about. Some people think, oh yeah, we got about 4 or 5 big prisons in California. Shit, you better think again.
Yeah,
Um, you better think again. You got so many because people forget you got maximum, you got minimum security. So you got all kind of
yeah,
prisons, safe level one,
and they
two, three,
still
four, five,
building.
and they still building. You know, and and it's kind of crazy. When you really on that when we on this subject, it's like they still build it. Who are they building for? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and they take them out of
Like for it's
prison
not
to
for
fight forest fires.
yeah. Well, that's good though. That's good though that honestly in California now a lot of the prisoners who go to fire camp now they'll be allowed to become firefighters.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
forest
good.
fires.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
good. I mean, yeah, they already risking their life, so they might as well allow them to come out and make a living, once they do their time. 'Cause shit, it really is,
yeah.
kind of unfair. You'll send them into the fire, but once they're free, when you gotta pay them, now you don't want to pay them. That's all.
And
yeah,
they
yeah. That's
wasn't they
hard
weren't
work.
they weren't sent into the fire. They were sent into the front line.
Yeah,
Right.
it's hard work though, man. It's hard work. I fought forest fires, and it's hard work.
Tell it what you said. Tell him, John, man, shit. It was hard in 1958 fighting them forest fires,
Yes,
because
yes, sir. With a broom.
with
Say only you can prevent forest fires.
You want me to put me on put this shit out with a straw broom? What the fuck?
Hey,
No, but I mean it's hard, man. That's hard work. I mean, when you out there, think about it. I know you know how big those redwoods are, and trees that are bigger than that, man. And
yeah,
you know what a Pulaski is, right?
no, what is that?
A
yeah.
Pulaski, yeah, that's
I
the
don't
tool
know
they
what
use.
it is.
It's an axe,
It's
and it's an axe and a hoe put together.
Oh, okay.
That's a Pulaski, and they want you to take this 100-foot tree that's probably like damn near a quarter a mile or less deep in roots. They want you to take this tree out with a Pulaski, and you can, and they'll use some chainsaws to cut it down. But the roots, when they catch on fire, it goes down to the roots. And say like when we was doing it off in the snow, they tell you that. because they say that snow would cover up the roots and it would smother under the snow, and it'll stay dormant until the winter is over. Then it'll flame up again. So they would
The
ask you to take
fire?
these things. Yes, yes,
Oh
and
wow.
they would ask you to take these roots out. That's way down there, out with a Pulaski. And I can tell you right now, from when I did it for 3 months, I didn't see one person pull a damn tree out by the roots with a Pulaski. Not one. And depending on your leader, we had a fat one, we had an athletic one. The athletic one had you working, climbing mountains, down dodging boulders coming down at 20, 30 miles an hour that'll rip your leg, your arm off your head. And going through that, then another one that was fat, tell you to lay down and go to sleep. So that's the life of those. That's the life of those guys, depending who you get as a lead. But it's stressful. I've seen guys. Um, it's cold. It was cold up there in those Mount Hood, and guys would sit up and take dirt and cover up the fire emblems, and they would laying on that dirt. Next thing you know, they waking up in the middle of the night on fire. You're like, what an idiot.
Like
Hey, what up, Joe?
waking up on fire.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
going on, Joe?
Oh, nothing much, man. Hearing DJ talk about Pulaski's.
What's up, Mr. Murray?
Hey, man, just chilling, man. Living life.
Hey, Joe, I saw you was down there in Russ's neck of the woods last week in the Texas area, man. How was that?
Hey, I can't say this, man. So I was in the Humble area.
Okay.
Hey, Houston's the place to be at, man. I don't know about living out there, but I don't mind visiting from time to time.
It's definitely different.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, I know you're a faithful married man, but you saying that, first thing Don said, so how were the women?
What the hell?
Well, he already told you. He said it's the place to be.
The reason why I say that, because you see black successful people. So even me going up into like the restaurants and stuff, like normally out here you see pickup trucks and stuff like that in the parking lot. You assume it's a white boy. It was none but black folks driving these pickup trucks.
Nice.
Oh yeah, this Texas, man. This is Texas. We drive trucks. Right here, I drive a truck.
Hey, I can't say because I flew into IAH. I flew out of Hobby, and flying out of Hobby, hey, that's a different side of Houston.
Oh yeah,
they look like
what you say? They were smoking blunts in Hobby.
What you say?
No, I said
they were smoking blunts in Hobby when he left out.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, like I said, that compared to Humble, man, Humble and Hobby is two different areas, man. And you can tell once you pass downtown Houston and you get to the other side and you start seeing there ain't no more land. They up close.
Oh yeah. See, that's the city. Like IAH is us on the north side. That's actually in Humble. So, but Hobby is in Houston, and it's kind of like in the hood. Yeah. So yeah, it's a little different atmosphere, and Hobby's more of a local airport. You know, but Intercontinental is the international airport.
Yeah.
So it's a much larger, facility.
Yeah, I went down there for my son. He got invited to a camp out there out in Houston. Man, high schools is different. We was at C.E. King High School. That thing, man.
It's what?
They had like 7 lakes up at that high school, man.
Oh.
You're a fool, Mr.
You know,
Charles.
high school big business down here, especially high school football, high school athletics.
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
Liberty,
they
Texas.
schools make money for games. They schools make money for those games.
Oh yeah.
yeah, that's big business here.
They high
Real.
school games are like college games.
It is, man, and I mean, well, it used to be like that in California back in the day too, man. You know, and that's one thing I hate about California. One school specific, manual arts, a school I attended, they don't have lights at the school. They don't have night games. You know what I'm saying? Like why is that? One of the schools that's been around for about 100 years, they don't have lights to where they can have night games. Ain't that
Hey, Murph.
crazy?
Yeah, the
Hey,
people,
Murph.
because
So
back in
damn
the
well
day, people
you
was
have
get,
night
people
games.
was getting killed. People was getting
Yeah.
killed at night games back in the day.
Hell,
That was in
Washington State had
the
night games.
80s.
Oh well, they remember that. That's why they ain't got lights now.
They say
They're
they
like,
gonna cut
shit.
this shit out. We gonna cut this shit out. No more niggas at night. Y'all ain't coming out here at night.
Now jacking people at the game.
So you niggas don't know how to act.
Exactly.
You
Well,
know how
that,
LA
that
is, man. Your high school is your hood that you go to, man.
basically.
Oh, yeah, it's not quite like that here, shit. Because athletics is such a big deal. Depending on the school, a lot of schools will pull athletes from other neighborhoods to their school just to play.
Hey, Russ out here ain't out in LA. It ain't no pulling from a different hood because you already banging that set, and so you get
Yeah. yeah, we don't have that problem too much.
and then even the school colors don't make it no better because the school colors, except for Marion. So I went to Locke, and our biggest rivals was Fremont, and Fremont is a blood neighborhood, and they colors is burgundy and white. Locke is blue and gold.
You gotta keep it consistent, man.
But see, you ain't going
Even
to
the
no
schools representing.
yeah. Well, unless you went to
Yeah.
Wash House had prostitution going on. We probably still do to this day.
It's entrepreneurship. That's entrepreneurship. They teach us self-empowerment and entrepreneurship. How to own your own business.
Man.
Hey man,
But
it was a big thing out there. They call them in the bathroom and everything. The girl taking care of business. That was her. They say you need a room.
you getting down, man. That's how that's how it normally go. But hey, like I say, man, I said earlier, June 6th, man. Y'all check out Brandon Black real quick. Like a 30-second break. Y'all check out Brandon Black. Y'all wanna go out June 6th, support him. Here it go. So y'all go out, check the show. If you are one of the type of people who go out and like to participate in a little libation, get a designated driver. Don't drink and drive. California is serious about that. One and done. You know, it ain't like Texas, Russ. This is California. You get one, you're gonna spend 20,000, and then all kind of AAU meetings. You're gonna be standing up in front of people talking about my name is Joe Murray.
I am an alcoholic.
On one DWI?
Yep.
One.
No, damn.
Yep.
Hell, the one ain't shit out here. That's a slap on the wrist.
Oh shoot.
One ain't shit. Two ain't
No,
shit.
they don't play
You
that
ain't
out
gotta
here.
really worry until you get to three. Once you get to three, now you gotta kind of worry. It becomes a felony. But prior to that, it's misdemeanor.
Shit. Hey, motherfucker, Tars. What you say? Russ said, "Shit, man, they had to pull me out of the river one time, man, and that wasn't
It was a long night, man. It was a long night, you know. Yeah.
Oh man, hey man, but hey, look, man, it's like we've been over about an hour and 5 minutes, man. It's Monday, we got shit to do. Rest of the week to get ready for, man. But before we get out of here, man, hey Russ, man, why don't you give some people some news they can use real quick?
Oh man, shit. Just be careful out there. Be aware of your surroundings and watch what's going on because everybody's trying to get over. Everybody got an angle, some kind of type of scam. So be alert, pay attention, and don't let that bullshit jade you. Still try to be positive. All right.
Real talk. Hey, Donnie Don say he's not the deacon Don, he's the minister Don now. Go ahead.
You're funny. Yeah, all I can say, man, is everybody. You know what? Keep looking around. Watch what your representatives are doing. Keep a tab on them. You know, because some will sell you out. Try to keep a tab on them so they won't be dogging your people out like that and passing laws that you ain't aware of. Just keep an eye on them. Just don't let them run over you like you use carpet. Keep an eye on your representatives. Hold them accountable for everything that's going on. Because if you don't, nobody will. Keep up the good work.
That's what's up, man. Hey Joe, man, go ahead, man. Hey, like I say, man, from your experience from the South recently to now, man, go ahead, give us some words.
Hey, I would just say, even my wife, she recently said because she's teaching at the school, and like one of the girls, she damn near about to pass out because she think like being at work or at school is more important. So I say, hey, if y'all need to take days off, take those days off, man. Like you replaceable. If you die, they gonna replace you the next week. They gonna be holding interviews as soon as they read the benediction on your life. So make sure you taking time off from your job and spending time with your loved ones. Because a lot of times we spend more time at our jobs than we do with our loved ones. So make sure you take that time off and enjoy life.
And one more thing there, country. Hey, I want to say this. Don't no man belong in a woman's sports whooping up on no woman or dominating no woman. And I'll say that till the day I die.
Oh yeah.
I care less what anybody else think. I got a daughter. It's wrong. Hate me if you want
Yeah.
to. Just telling the truth. You feel me?
So hey, elaborate a little bit.
I mean,
Oh, he got cut off. hey, I would just say even so that happened close to where I'm at. Like Moreno Valley ain't far from Arupa Valley. And so it's one of those things, man. It's just unfair to the young ladies who have to go through that. And so I know you want to be included, but you trying to be included is going to exclude others. So sometimes you got to be humble enough to say, "Hey, am I really trying to stick a sense and being included, or am I really disenfranchising another group?"
Yeah. Yeah. I hear what you're saying, man. And we heard what Don was saying, but like I say, man, I mean, I agree with all y'all, man. We got to take everything into consideration, everything been said. But I'll say this, we've been under fire on the streets and in the workplace and in the media and then sometimes even in our own homes. But pressure doesn't just burn, it molds. Tonight wasn't just about smoke and heat, it was about truth, uncomfortable, raw, necessary truth. Because when you're under fire, you find out what you're really made of. So if something hit you tonight, sit with it, don't run, let it challenge you, let it change you. This is not the end of the conversation, it's the beginning, especially from all us brothers here on the podium tonight, including Don that's not here. So until next time, stay sharp, stay bold, and stay lit because fire can destroy, but it can also forge. You know, I'm Hunter P, and this was Under Fire. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, brother, for showing up tonight. Peace. Until next time, we gonna see y'all.
Peace out. Peace out.
Good night.